What you guys, got another video here for you. Windows 11 is broken and Microsoft just said so. If you are using a Windows 11 system, you'll probably know it's been going through some serious problems of late. Windows users have been complaining about broken update after broken update when Windows push out updates on their users that are actually breaking their system. Some people can't boot up because they get a black screen of death. Some people are having other issues with applications crashing or not opening. There's also remote desktop issues, and there's loads of other issues that people are having with Windows. The most common one is obviously forced updates and they just break the system. This is a common problem from Microsoft and they need to address it. And that is what Microsoft plan to do. Microsoft is actively working to repair the broken trust with the Windows community. So Microsoft said that they are going to concentrate on the core functionality of Windows 11 and get it stable. That's what we're going to be talking about in today's video after a quick word from today's video sponsor, CD Key Sales. If you're looking for a cheap Windows 11 Pro OEM key, then check out the links in the video description. Once you head over there, click on the Buy Now button, and you can use my promo code R09 and apply that to your order and get a 30% discount. They will send you your key. Head over to the activation center, click on Change, click Next, and then click Activate to activate your version of Windows. Now, Pavan, in a recent statement to the subscriber-only newsletter of the president of Windows and Devices, he said the feedback we're receiving from our community of passionate customers and Windows insiders has been clear. We need to improve Windows in ways that are meaningful for people. This year, you will see us focus on addressing pain points where we hear consistently from our customers, improving system performance, reliability, and overall experience of Windows. Trust is earned over time, and we are committed to building it back with our Windows community. Now, this is really good news for Windows users that are sick and tired of unstable operating systems. This could mean that Microsoft are now concentrating on getting a stable operating system. They went on to say they're going to address issues like constant blue screen of death, strange bugs, core applications misbehaving, and many other things, and put the priority to getting a stable Windows 11 operating system. They're also going to be removing Copilot from a lot of applications and rejigging what Copilot is to Windows 11. I don't think they're going to remove it completely, but they're probably more than likely going to have it in some sort of app, and maybe they might give you the option to uninstall it. Who knows? With Microsoft, we'll have to wait and see. But I mentioned this in yesterday's video. They are going to be making some serious changes to AI and Windows 11 because they know people are not happy with the way Windows 11's going. Also, recall has been paused, and they are going to have another look at recall because they're saying it's not been very successful, as I mentioned in yesterday's video. And I do think this is a giant leap forward if they are just going to pause Copilot for the time being and start to remove it from certain areas of Windows, and also pause recall. Now, if you do a quick search on YouTube, you'll find videos that claim that Windows 11 is dying, Windows is completely dead, and Linux is the new operating system. But if you look right here, Windows 11 was at 50.73% on December 2025. And this just grew right up to 62.41% in January 2026. And now we're at a whopping 71.36% in February 2026. That doesn't look like Windows 11 is dying. It looks like it's growing. Windows 10, as you would expect, is on the slide. It's at 44.68%. Then it went down to 35.77% in January, and now it's dropped to 27.06% in February. So that tells me that People are starting to use Windows 11. Now, Christmas has just gone, so maybe a lot of people have got new computers, and this is why we've seen a massive spike. I really don't know why we've got such a huge spike, but you can see there is a shift and change in operating systems. Now, Microsoft did make an official announcement saying Windows 11 has just reached 1 billion global users. That doesn't look like a dying operating system to me. So what people want is something like this, which is the LTSC version of Windows, where it's nice and clean, there's no bloat, there's hardly any apps inside here. You get full control of this operating system. It allows you to uninstall applications as well. And of course, there is no Copilot and no recall and AI embedded in this operating system. This is something that people have been asking for a long time. Yes, it already exists, but it's only really officially available for businesses, and you have to have a particular license for it, which is not easy to get hold of an official license. Yes, there's ways around getting these licenses, but it's not legit. And if you look here, it does give you full power of the operating system, allowing you to uninstall the stuff that you don't need. Whereas in other versions of Windows, it's much more restricted, and you can't just uninstall things like Microsoft Edge unless you live in the EU. So this is exactly what people are after. They also don't have any sort of AI embedded in Notepad, and I think this is a change that Microsoft are going to make in Windows 11. They're going to basically remove it from the applications like Notepad, Paint, and other applications like that. I believe that they'll probably just put it into an application itself and probably allow people to uninstall it if they want to. That's just my opinion on what I think they're going to do. I do believe they will remove it from the applications because they did mention something about that, which I mentioned in yesterday's video. Now, when Windows reaches an end of life like Windows 10, there's always a turmoil time for the operating system. People just don't like change. They don't like the way Windows 11 has gone. Microsoft have been pretty heavy-handed with their forced Microsoft accounts, their hardware requirements, botched updates, and many other things. And it's just caused a lot of Windows users to lose a bit of faith in Microsoft, and rightly so. But eventually things will come good and the operating system will be stabilized, and again there'll be a new operating system very soon. And what will happen is the whole cycle will start again. This is nothing new. This has been happening for many, many years. So yes, Windows 11 might have a few problems, but some people haven't had those problems and they've been using it since the beginning. Windows 11 23H2 was probably the last best version of Windows 11, and then they started implementing all of the Copilot and recall and all the other junk that people just didn't want, and of course then that caused major problems. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section down below, whether you think this is good news, bad news, or whether you just think Microsoft are blowing smoke up people's behinds. My name has been Brian from briteccomputers.co.uk. Just want to say a quick shout out to all my YouTube members, whether you're tier 1, tier 2 or tier 3. I really do appreciate the support, and I shall catch you in the very next video. Bye for now.